Hey guys, Jay here. Welcome to another cosplay unboxing. So today I'm doing two items, and they're for the newest cosplay that I'm doing, and that is Gambit from the X-Men. So this right now, the thing I'm opening on this segment is the jacket. The next segment will be part of this video, but it's going to be the headpiece, but that's not here yet. So I'm just doing them, I'm doing each of them separately and then putting them in one video, that kind of thing. So anyway, I got this from the same place that I got my Dante one from Devil May Cry 5. So they're from the same seller, and it's actually, usually these are from China. They're like some Chinese knockoff thing. These are actually real leather made in Pakistan. I thought it was somewhere else, but it's Pakistan. So that's where these come from. But it's an actual leather maker, not like a Chinese warehouse that just kind of shoots all these out at like a million of them like a day or something. So these are actually a lot nicer. So, and they are real leather. The Dante one is completely real leather. I can tell because I've worked around leather a lot. I've sold leather in an actual leather store, so I know a lot about leather. So, yeah. Anyway, I have my other camera here, so let's get into it. And my address is face down, so I'm not going to cover it up. I'm just going to do everything on this side. So, I might have to get a knife for that. Or scissors. Scissors works too. Let me do it from this side. Good enough. Just rip it. That's easier. Yeah, and yep, again, that is definitely real leather. This one feels like a different type of leather. Ooh, it even smells like leather. This one feels almost like goat or something. Oh, I need to re-iron this because these lapels are not where I want them. I want them far more open than that probably. So I'll probably re-iron that, which I can do. I'm not going to take this tag off yet. I'm gonna make sure it fits first, because once it fits, then I know I don't have to worry about anything, like taking it back. Oh, it's damaged a little bit. It probably happened in shipping. It's probably hard to see, but yeah. So there's a couple of those, but that's behind me. It's not a big deal. I guess as long as it's not like that on the rest of it, it should be fine. Ooh, that's nice and long. All right. Make sure it fits. Oh, it fits. Oh, I may not need to redo the lapels. All right, yeah, that fits. It's really big too, which is what I wanted. I got this like a size or so bigger than it needs to be because I have to have the armor underneath it, and this has to be able to fit over that. So I had to make sure I got it big enough. This is definitely big enough, and it goes down to like mid-calf, a little bit lower than mid-calf, which is where I wanted it to go. Oh, it looks like I will need to add my own buckle. They didn't put a buckle on here. So on one side of this, I need, because it's supposed to be like a belt. So on one side of this, I do need to figure out a buckle on there. Oh, this has inner pockets as well. Oh, these are huge. I wonder if I can put anything in there for you guys to see. But whatever. It's not that hot, which is really nice. It feels light. This feels lighter than my Dante jacket, which is good. My Dante one feels super heavy to wear because it's a cowhide, I believe, or something close to that. Something like that. Where the sleeves are really long, but there's nothing I can do about that. I can just keep my arms up or whatever, or just have my hands like this, holding it. It's not that bad. And I wanted it a little bit baggy because that's how I like his jacket. I like seeing some of the ones that are a little bit non-form fitting. They just, it looks like he's wearing a too big jacket, you know? So that's what I like. But I do really like this. So it looks like I may not, like I said, have to worry about the lapels. They look actually great as far as I can tell on there. Okay, a little bit bigger would have been like that. That could have worked too. I'll play around with that and see what I like. But I am also going to reorganize how these arm things are. As you can see, these are way over on the inside. I want them on the outside. So I'm going to do that. But those are going to stay. Those are weave buckles and not regular buckles. But this leather's thick enough that those are going to stay. So they're not going to pop out like a weave buckle normally would. Plus there's no, yeah, they're not even pulling out. So plus there's not anything pulling on them anyway, so I don't have to worry about that. Honestly, I don't think I have anything else to really say about the jacket, so it's really nice. Does it have outside pockets? It does. No, that's the thingy. It does not have outside pockets, so I only have the inside ones. But like I said, so if you want to know how big these are, oh, this one's got a zipper on it. Cool. The other one doesn't. But they seem like they're bigger. They're bigger width-wise, from left to right, bigger than a PS5 game case. So I could fit like multiple PS5 games in this pocket, and it's probably just as tall as a PS5 game case. That's how big this is. And I might even, if I had my full Futurama thing, I have a seasons 1 through 8 of Futurama, which I am bringing to the next convention that I'm going to. But I'm not bringing this to that. But I could probably fit that entire thing in here with the box and everything. That's how big these pockets are. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's the jacket. I'm not going to do an alteration video like I did on my Dante one, because I only have to add a buckle and then move these. That's it. So all I'm going to do is take another buckle. I'm probably going to see if I can find an aluminum buckle, because I don't want it to be too heavy, so that way it doesn't have too much weight to it. Or a weave buckle. I have a bunch of those, but I want a regular buckle so it looks realistic. And then, like I said, so these, I'm going to take them out completely. I'm just going to undo them, move them, and then redo them. That's all I'm going to do. Because they do have these little things where you can't really move them. Probably hard to see, but yeah, you can't really move them anywhere. So I have to take them apart and then put them back on. That's easy. I can easily do that. And if I really, really have to keep them in place, I can tack them down to the jacket, but I'm going to see about that first. Anyway, yeah, so that's this part. So next is going to be the headpiece. So yeah, I'll get right onto that. So now we're moving on to the rest of it. This is the headgear in this box here. And it has been like a week, so there's that. Also, if you noticed, I have the jacket and part of the armor done. I have gotten down to the point where I have the armor piece made, like the base of it. I also have all the pieces made that'll go on top of it. And those are going to be like, they're angled all around them. So they're like, they have like a divot in them when they're all on. And then on top of that, I'm going to be skinning it with 2mm foam, and there'll be a tutorial for that later. And then obviously I put the jacket over it so I can see what it looks like. So it is a little bigger than I was hoping for. There is a chance I may get a replacement for a smaller size, but this size will do for now. If anything, it'll just be the exact same review anyway, just it'll fit a little smaller. Not a big deal. Anyway, also you guys may have noticed in this video, I haven't been shaving. I kind of just do that whenever, and then I do that for videos sometimes. But this came earlier than expected. This was still like in Oregon the day before this, and usually in Oregon it takes like 3 more days. So I thought I was going to be waiting. It just showed up randomly, and I'm not prepared. So we're just doing this now. That way I can get this over with, make sure it's good the day of. So yeah. Anyway, let's get on into it. So we put the camera here, and I already got a blade out so I could do this. All right. Oh, that's easy. And then bam, bam. That should be all I need that for. Oh yeah, this came with the gloves too. Forgot about that. So we'll see how well the gloves work out. So I don't think the gloves matter which hand they go on. Oh, they're stretchy. That works. I don't think he has this on his thumb, but they fit and they work fine. They're a little small, so my knuckle, so you can see here, this where that goes. My knuckle is the inside. Well, you know where my fingers meet up is here. So they are a little small, but that's fine. They fit good enough where I can do this, and they stretch enough where it doesn't really matter. I can still move my hand. I have good movement. That's good. And I'm probably just going to cut this thumb thing off because it doesn't actually have that on it. Or as far as I can tell anyway. They fit well enough that I'm just going to use these. I might actually switch them out for nylon gloves, which breathe better than these would. So, but these ones have silk on the inside, or like a sateen or something on the inside for the lining. And I'm not sure if that's lining or if that's just what the inside of this fabric. No, it's lining. And that's really nice and smooth and easy to get on and off. But nylon will be less hot in those. Let's move on to the headpiece. Okay, it does have a zipper. That's what I was hoping for. I don't know if this is going to fit. So that was my biggest issue. And no, it is not. So what I was doing was, so there's the headpiece. It does stretch. So let me see something. I wonder if I zip it up, if it'll just slide over my head. It will not. So I'm going to, I already kind of assumed this was going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I have a couple different sizes or, well, textures or whatever of black vinyl. And I'm going to be cutting this down the middle, or well, I guess on each side of the zipper, and then putting that in its place to enlarge in the center. That way I can just pull it over my head. And I'm going to use some stretchy vinyl so it'll work. But for now, let's get out my bin of straps, see if I have any elastic. All right, the only elastic I have is white. So we're just going to mess with that for right now. I know that this is going to have to be fairly large. Let's see how that fits first. Okay, I'm going to get safety pins and pin that together. None of these safety pins are all that amazing, so I got to be careful there. Here, let me match it up. There we go. See, now that works a little better. This is hard to breathe in, or not breathe with my neck anyway. So kind of chokes, but if I make it a little bit bigger, it should be a little better, but it's also not great the way it is right now. But yeah, so this is the, neck thingy. Not amazing, but it should work as long as I, make sure that a thing will go on here. You know what? I should move microphone down a lot more so that the neck guard thing isn't in the way there. All right, so now let me put another piece of elastic on the top. That'll hold it together while it's on me for now, so you guys can at least see that. But yeah, like I said, I already expected to have to do that. I already expected to have to put a piece on there, something on there to make it bigger, because everything from China doesn't fit correctly. The sizes that they have are ridiculously small compared to US sizes, so nothing fits correctly. That's just how it is. That's just how they do stuff, so nothing we can do about it. But that's why I alter a lot of my costumes, and for like the majority of costumes that I do, I don't wear everything that was sent to me because half of it doesn't fit. All right, so there's 2 on there. Oh, and see, even then, that could have been tighter. So the top could have been pulled tighter. See, the top actually fits around my head. It's the bottom where it doesn't. It chokes me, so I can't have that. So yeah, it's only the bottom where there's a problem. All right, so now it's closed up, so it opens like that. Let's see how good that does. And actually, let me shorten the bottom one just a tiny bit, and then add another one in the middle. All right, so now let's test it out. All right, so I guess I kind of got it to work. I don't know. It seems that in the back, the opening's not very big. So that that's about how big it is at the middle. The top is closed basically completely, and the very bottom is super open. I don't know how to show you this, so I don't know what to, because I can do this. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but if anything, I'll just zoom into that if you can see it. If not, I'll try to get a picture. But yeah, that is pretty much it. And This thing is not, there we go. My ears weren't out of it like they're supposed to be. So now they are. So it's not very big that way. These are like right up against the seam of my, where my ears meet my face. They're right up against, it's right up against that. But it is pleather, so it's hot. And it does go right up to the forehead perfectly, so that works. It goes right under the chin, so that's not too bad. That's how it's supposed to be. And then these go up the face where they're right around where they're supposed to be, so that's good. So this and the coat, you know what? I probably shouldn't take that off because the armor's on there. Yeah, whatever. Obviously, I'm not wearing the shirt and pants I'm going to wear, but whatever. So that is with the coat and the thingy. So this is the 2 pieces that I unboxed. Well, I guess technically 3 pieces. 4 pieces technically, actually, since there's 2 gloves. But these are the pieces that I unboxed for my Gambit cosplay. Anyway, I can hear perfectly, I can see perfectly, I can breathe perfectly. And now that I open that back up like that, I can with my throat, well, isn't being choked anymore. So that's perfect. So I think this is amazing. So that's good. I might just leave it like that in the back. Just put black there instead. Just put black elastic. That might be better than just putting a strip of something. Or I might put eyelets in it so I can tie it up or something. I don't know. There's a person on Etsy who does them, who makes them, hand makes them. They're closed right now. Their shop is closed. So I can't get a hold of them right now. So, but they have the same thing made of a stretchy material that's not pleather. It's more of a cotton or something, or a nylon material, so it'll breathe better. But it also just laces up. It has giant eyelets in the back, and you just lace it up, which is, that's not correct. He doesn't have it lacing. He has it just solid all the way around him, like a Spider-Man mask. How there's no on a real Spider-Man mask there would be no zipper. You would just pull it on and it would stretch over the face. That's what his thing does. There's no closure. So there has to be for a human, for a real person, because it's not a cartoon. So yeah, this is, and I'm not going to get those ones from the Deadpool movie, the Deadpool Wolverine movie, where Channing Tatum is wearing whatever that thing is he's wearing, because it looks ugly and I don't like it. And the ones that I can find for that are 3D printed. And I don't know how they expect you to move in those, because you can't bend at all in a 3D print. So I don't know. But this will go under the armor, actually, like it's getting all blown out, like that. But the armor is going to be stuck down. So, oh, it's on the table. Oh, you can't hear me. Hold on. Okay, that doesn't stay very well, but you can see this is what it would be like with the armor and the jacket on. So, but I have to hold it there kind of, but it does rest. It's resting on the table right now. The armor is the bottom of the armor. So you can see kind of this is what it's going to look like in full with, I'll have the rest of the piece of the armor. And then obviously I'll have a wig or something. When I do this, I'm going to actually cut my hair for it. My hair is long for a different reason, for a different cosplay, and I'm only doing it once. Or at least once with my real hair, because we're doing something specific. So after that, I'm cutting it. And I'm just going to cut it to fit this, so it'll work. Anyway, or if that doesn't work, I do have wigs. I have a brown wig that'll work just fine. I just don't want to use it if I don't have to. Anyway, yeah, so this is getting really long. So I should probably get out of here. But yeah, so again, this is the jacket and the headgear for Gambit from X-Men. So if you like it, go ahead and give it that thumbs up. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later.